Bro, what? OBS, why are you crashing? Oh my god. Right, okay, hang on. Those say minus. Those say minus. Let me just turn that. Maybe, okay, right, hang on. Wonder if it's because of this. Oh my god, wait, hang on. What if I do that? I don't know if that's gonna work, but... Oh, there we go, Okay, right, oh my Christ, right, we're finally here. Oh my god. Okay, right. I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? I can't believe that happened. I actually can't believe that happened. Right, well, we're here, finally. Basically, what happened there is, the audio, Jesus Christ, the fucking bit is crashing. That took way too long to do, and settings, OBS seems to have fucking... Okay, it's crashed, hasn't it? Oh, come on, OBS, please, don't crash. Don't fucking crash. I beg you. Please, do not crash. I think it's crashed, hasn't it? Oh, for goodness sake, now we're not responding. Fucking amazing. Oh. OBS, wakey wakey! You're fucking crashing and making me angry! Fucking hell. Why is it doing this now? Wow. So now it's working, is it? Fuck me. Why is it flashing? Why is it flashing? Stop flashing. That's weird. Right, hold on. I'm trying to sort out the bitrate whilst we're here. I'm gonna have to set it to 1000, I think. Right, 1000 for the bitrate. That's the wrong bitrate. Right, apply. Right there, right. We might be good. We should be good. Unless it decides to go down, we should be good. Alright. Right, well, we might be good now. But, oh my god. Okay, firstly, what happened there is that it turns out, I thought you could tick all the boxes. Like, so OBS has, like, this thing in, like, something to do with the audio set. Why are we not responding? OBS, stop it. Jesus Christ. I just want to stream OBS, that's all I'm asking for. And it keeps telling me that my encoding is overloaded and I can't do anything about it because I've just turned it down. like, tried to figure out my bitrate, so I don't know why it's trying to go, oh yeah, it's overloaded. Well, clearly not, because I've just figured it out. I watched a bloody tutorial on it, on how to do it. I've literally, whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll along with it. Anyway, so what settings was it? It was the advanced audio properties, right? In the advanced audio properties, I had most of the boxes unticked for the microphone, and I because I thought, me being me, I thought, oh, I don't need to have all them ticked, do I? Yes, you fucking do. Yes, you do, you silly idiot. So that happened. Apologies for the, let's say, apologies for that. I did not think that would happen. But here we are. Anyway, welcome. Oh my Christ, I actually can't believe that happened. I genuinely can't believe that happened. And I would open the, I did have plans to like have the stream chat at the side of my screen, but I don't want to risk OBS crashing, because here's the thing, my laptop's a potato. My laptop's a potato. I can't afford for another laptop on them. I can't really afford for another laptop at the moment, so this is the best we're going to have to be. This is the best we're going to get. So, welcome. I'm not even kidding, right? I did this whole thing where, like, the slideshow, I think you've seen the slideshow, right? That was going to have music on it, but for some reason, the bloody app that I was using to play the music crashed. I don't know why it crashed, but it did. And to put it bluntly, I'm not happy chappy about it. Literally, I just went into the other room to do something, and then I come back in, and then that happens. So, here we are. Yeah, so you listen to music for like a brief moment, and then it decided to, yeah. Anyway, nevertheless, could be worse. So how we doing? I'm doing relatively okay. I mean, that whole situation kind of did make me mad a bit, but it's all right. This is also probably like the microphone that I have is my laptop microphone. I tried to connect my phone as a microphone. It didn't work because, to put it bluntly, it sounded horrible. It sounded like garbled mess. So, yeah. But it's alright. Yeah. Well, lesson learned, never have Discord open in the background either, because that probably isn't helping. You know what? I'm gonna try and sort that out. Right, click on Discord, quit Discord. That should... Yeah, there we go. Bye-bye, Discord. Bye-bye, Discord. I don't want to have Discord open whilst I'm trying to stream. It will not. It probably won't let me. Well, for goodness sake, now I'm getting notifications on my phone. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. It could be worse. Yeah. So, we arrive. We finally arrive. We finally are alive. Alive and live. Probably... certainly the best intro to a stream ever. Microphone cuts out, I get a bit angry, here we go. Yeah. So, that's okay. That's okay though. Alright, we got a lot to talk about. Chat. We do have a lot to talk about. Some stuff, mainly, right? I'm gonna say it off the bat. A few days, fuck it out, actually, right, really quick, I've just opened the, like, to look at my videos on YouTube. Fuck me. The Violin Experiments overview video has got it's got 890 views. Jesus, wow. I was not expecting that. Not a plug. Not a plug. Wow, that actually, wow. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute though. We will get onto that in a minute. We won't, not yet, but in a minute. Because there is a lot of other stuff that I do want to cover. By the way, feel free to type in the chat. I can see the chat. I have got it up on my phone, so if you do want to, like, I don't know, pop in, say hi or whatever, you can do. I will read it. You know, I do have a couple things that I want to just, like, talk about. So, the first thing I'm going to say is, so, you may or may not have seen it, right, but I made a community post a couple days ago, I think, like, yeah, like a few days ago, saying about how I'm learning Godot engine. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't know. But Godot, Godot engine, I'm learning that. You're probably thinking, what's all that about? What's that all about, me skip? What's that all about, me mucker? Basically... Why am I using British slang? Why am I using British slang? That's not a good idea. I want to try and do something big. Like, really big. In terms of... I don't want to say much yet, but I want to develop something that will hopefully be... probably one of the greatest things I've ever made for people to play. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want to spoil it, because it's like, okay, yeah, we're kind of buffering, but it's not too bad. You know, there is the thing that I want to do is like really massive, and yeah, I've saved a whole, like, playlist to my phone of, like, a tutorial for Godot engine. I won't get into too much detail about that yet, because this is kind of just in, like, the early preparation stages, but, like, I really want to, like, make this thing that I plan on making. Because, like, I've been doing, like, when I put it... Because here's the thing, right? It all started a couple days ago, right? And I was on call with my friend. Not gonna throw them under the bus, but I was on call with my friend, and I was randomly babbling, and then I randomly thought about talking, and then we randomly moved on to the conversation of about, like, making a game, right? And I heard about Godot, right? And I looked up and I searched up to see what Godot was about, because I've heard of it. I have a friend who used it, and I've had I've had some people do use it, you know, and I have a friend who used it and made, like, a game for a game jam for it. Funny enough, something I was actually part of in terms of like making the music for. But I'm not gonna. I won't dwell too much on that, because, you know, I actually, once I searched it up, I saw that Godot, when I learned that Godot engine was free and open source, I thought, excuse me? And then I thought, I might learn that. Because look, right, this year, I'm not even kidding, this year has been unironically hectic. For me, it has been unironically hectic. some good stuff happened, so a bad thing happened, and it has been insane. And I just want to learn Godot and like get the gist of that, so then I can make something big. But I mean, considering Godot's a game engine, you can probably put the pieces together. Yeah, I do plan on making a game. That's all I'm gonna say. I plan on making a game. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it yet because it's still in early stages. I am writing a document for it. Some people have already seen like the document, and for those people who have seen it, please don't tell anyone else about it yet because it's in early development. Please don't tell anyone about it yet because I want it to be kind of shocking, like exciting or whatever. I want it to be very exciting. So please, people, whoever I sent it to, which is like what, or even people who have told it about. People who have told about it, please keep it to yourselves. Thank you. I do plan on making something insane, though. It's gonna... I'm hoping, right? If I follow along with this tutorial that I found, I'm hoping that I will, in fact, be able to make something insane. So, yeah. The annoying thing is, I really want to info dump about it so badly, but I don't want to yet because, again, it's early stages, and I know that if I info dump about it, I'm knowing my luck, I'll probably like I'll over promise it, and then I'll under deliver, and I don't want to do that yet because I want to like, I don't know. That's just a thing about me. I always have like whenever I think of ideas, I get excited about it, and then I then get very overwhelmed, and then I under-deliver. So it's like, okay. Needless to say, right, it's going to be insane. It is going to be mental, and I hope that at some point, you know, when I'm ready to get it when I get it off, what's the term for that? When I get it off its hinges, when I get it started, I will probably make a video about it. Either way, it's going to be pretty exciting. Some people have already, like I said, some people have, like in some servers, have kind of like talked about what I plan on doing. So I mean, I guess it's not really that much of a secret if you're in one of those servers that I've actually talked about it in. But I am info dumping again. I've just realised I'm info dumping again. I need to stop that. The beauty of being autistic, ladies and gentlemen. The beauty of being autistic and being able to info dump. It's fun, but also a curse at the same time. But it's okay. It's just that that's the thing though, like I want to info dump about it so badly because it's like on my mind, and it's like I really want to do it. I mean, I know that I could. I know what you're probably thinking. Why don't I just get it out of the way and talk about what I'm going to be doing? Actually, part of my brain was just like, actually, that's a good idea. What the fuck? You know what? I've said it in servers. I might as well say it here. And I might make, like I said, I'm going to make a dedicated video going more in depth. I am going to make a video going more in depth about it. But basically, alright, so you know the OC that's in this image that you see now, right? Yeah, you know him with his hand out, just like, yeah, well, I plan on making a game about him. I've wanted to try and do something with the character for a long fucking time. Well, long enough as that, like, long enough being since I introduced him as my new OC. But, like, I do plan on, bro, the latency coming through my headphones is brilliant, but, I plan on making a game with my OC in, right? And I know what you're thinking. Those of you who know, right? Those of you who I've told about the AU, like the character, I mean, like, but that's from a Neptunia AU. How can you make a game about that if it's based on an AU and you don't really own the copyrights to the characters? Well, here's the thing. I actually just so happened to be able to think of 2 character replacements, because there was 2 Neptunia characters in there, and I obviously I have to remove them for copyright reasons. Hell, there was even a whole location, 2 locations that were in there that I technically also can't use because of copyright. So I already thought of a location replacement, and I thought of 2 character replacements. Hell, I even thought of NPCs based on 2 things that I like the most, but I'm not gonna get into that just yet. Because if I do that, you know, then I'm gonna end up giving the whole game away. But what'll happen is something exciting. The fact that I'm turning, like, the fact that I'm gonna be turning it into a game, like, bro, I know what you're thinking. So you're gonna be making a game, right? Who's doing what? Well, here's the thing, right? Apart from my friend doing the character art, she always does my character art. Massive respect to her for that, because, you know, my identity would be like, if, because you know, her art is responsible for my identity on this channel. So yeah, if she's watching, you know, as always, thank you. So yeah, so she's making character art for it. I'm going to be doing pretty much everything else by myself. I'm going to be doing all the programming, right? All the programming. Hopefully, if I can learn sprite art, I'm going to try sprite art. I'm going to be trying to make the sprite art. I am aware that it is kind of difficult to do that. Like I said, I want to try, though. Ain't no harm in practicing. If I practice, you know, then I'll be able to turn it into. Then I'll finally be able to turn my vision into some reality, in some way, in the form of a game. It's the best way I can do it. That is literally the best thing that I can do. Let me just look at the chat. I've not been looking at the chat. Bloody hell, why have I not been looking at the chat? But that's okay. I plan on so yeah, I'm gonna be doing all the character stuff myself, right? All the character art, all the story, obviously, all the what am I on about? Well, no, that's not really obvious, is it? I plan on doing the art myself, the sprite art. I plan on doing the sprite art myself. I plan on doing, like, the backgrounds myself. I plan on doing all the programming myself. The whole lot, apart from the art. The whole lot, apart from character art. When I say character art, I'm referring to things like the, you know, like how in RPGs they have like a more higher quality version of like the character, as like a box, like a dialogue box kind of thing. It's like that. It's like that. That's what I'm referring to. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing all the programming, the sprite art, hopefully, and yeah. I'm also going to be doing the music for it, obviously, because I'm a music man. I'm a music man, so I got to do the music for it, because it's my universe. Which is lovely. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. More details on that will probably come out in a few months, provided if I'm not doing anything. Because as I say, this year I have been fucking busy. Even though I've not released much, I know I've not released much music this year, but trust me, I've been fucking busy. I have genuinely been so busy, and not to mention things kept getting in the way. It's unreal. So when I can catch a breath, I'm going to I will make a video talking about what I plan to do with that. I don't imagine it getting enough. I don't imagine it getting picked up by the algorithm, because the algorithm is actually fucking dog shit. But that's okay. I mean, if it does, whoop, yippee. I don't know what I was going to say the first time. But yeah, that's all right. So yeah. Once I've done all that, well, once I know that I'm not going to be busy and that I can just get on and just like relax, take a chill pill or whatever, I will finally be able to like make my dream thing that I want to make, which is the game. Turn my story into a game. Turn my character's story into a game. Because like, here's the thing. When I go on calls with friends, or a specific friend, I always act out these little fucking like really funny NPC dialogues that I imagine the characters having. And I just want to do stuff like that. Not to mention, right? I don't know, I just want to like make whatever I just want to turn the story into like a proper interactive game. The thing I can say, the thing I am going to reveal, is that it will be an RPG. At least that's the idea. That's the idea of it. It's going to be an RPG. It will be an RPG. So yeah, I've said that like 3 times now. I need to stop. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Just RPG. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Just gonna clarify that. I'm not gonna be reinventing the wheel. It is going to be an RPG. I'm gonna try and do things like slightly differently, but for the most part, it might be just an RPG because I'm not exactly an experienced programmer, right? I've never made games before, so I think it's only fair that I don't reinvent the wheel. I'll probably put a lot of pressure on myself if I do that. So yeah, that's what's going on and what I plan on doing. Once I've done all the projects that I'm currently working on, not in terms of programming, I don't really do that very often, obviously. I mean, in terms of making music for people, because deadlines are creeping up on me. This is fun. So yeah, once I'm not like filled with like deadlines and shit like that, I will put the game into production, and I plan to put it on itch.io, but we'll see what happens. Knowing my luck, I'll probably try and make the game and become very fucking overwhelmed, but I don't think that will happen. I genuinely don't think that will happen. I am very confident in my ability. Jesus Christ, I sound like a politician. I am very confident in my ability to actually, like, even though I have never done a game before, right? I'm very confident that I'll be able to code this thing myself. Make all the assets, for the most part, myself. 99% of the assets, myself. Oh, for goodness sake, I got a ping. Anyway, 99% of my assets will be done by me, you know, and it'll be fun. Just a lot of fun. I didn't really think about making games until I realized that Godot engine was free and open source. So, yeah, there you go. In other news, I've spent like, what, 20 minutes yapping on about that project. I think it's time to talk about something else. Okay, right, I'm just gonna say it, right? I was not expecting the fucking blow up that Violin Experiments had. Like, Violin Experiments is fucking blowing up. Like, I've seen, like, I think 3 people make videos on it. And that's like, bro, what? 3 videos on Violin Experiments? For those who don't know, right? Bro, I'm becoming a jack of all trades at this point. I'm going to be developing that game, and now I'm going to be telling you all the other stuff that I do, which is like, oh, I make virtual instruments for people and all, but primarily I can't speak. Primarily myself, right? Not a plug, but bloody hell, that has been blowing up. That violin, so I made a violin virtual instrument called Violin Experiments, right? It's blowing up. There's like, I've seen like a few people talking about it already, right? So we've had a few people talking about it. And to those people who actually made time to like mention it on all the stuff, you know, I thank you for like mentioning that, because honestly, I did not think that it was going to blow up. I thought it was just going to be like one of those that's just like very niche and in the background, just like, oh, it's the okay. So yeah, I thank those who made videos on it. I will say, anyone, just for those people who do make the like virtual instrument videos, right? Without a doubt, if you do ever make a video, right? It's always probably going to be guaranteed, unless of course your video doesn't appear in my recommended. It will always be probably be guaranteed that I will always comment on your video if you do actually mention it. So yeah, if you just so happen to make a video on it, I mean, you can also share it with me. I don't mind you sharing it with me. I mean, you can like tag me in your video or something. I don't mind. And you're probably thinking, well, how do I tag you into the video? Just copy my YouTube handle, and then obviously link to it, and then yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you would do it. So yeah. Oh yeah. Also, right. I'm going off that and on to something in terms of making music. I can't say much. I'm not going to say much yet, because I do want to like keep that a sort of surprise. But like, I got in contact with a content creator that I watch. Let's just say I will be working with them soon. I can't say who it is yet. I don't want to say who it is yet. Let it be a surprise. Although you probably no when I will look, you'll be like, whenever I say who it is, you'll be like, who? Because that can sometimes happen. You know, you can say to someone, oh, this is a content creator I watch. They're really big, and then you say the name, and they're like, who? But they're a big person. That's all I'll say. They're a big person. They're in. Okay, this is going to be very vague. They're in the Roblox community, And yeah, they're in the Roblox community. That's all I'll say. It's not a Roblox video, in case you're wondering. I'm not doing a Roblox video. It's an entirely different thing. That's all I'm gonna say for now for that. Just keep a lookout. And yeah, I remember one time, one of my friends, they said to me, "Bro, you're ending up everywhere," and I'm like, you do have a point there, actually. I swear, right? I'm starting. I think I'm just like appearing everywhere for people now, almost everywhere, bro. Like, I still have plans. Like, bro, I've got like. Jesus Christ. My brain is slowing down. But yeah, let's just say the person who I'm going to be working with on another project, they're going to be, they're just going to be in the Roblox community, and they're pretty big in the, well, one of the big ones in the Roblox community. And for that, before you ask, no, it's not Creekcraft. It isn't Creek. I can't, that would not be possible. If I was to collaborate with Creek, that would not be possible. Because people have asked him in the past, like, hey, do you want to collab? And he's like, I don't do collabs with people unless I know them. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. But the only people, so, like, yeah. To be honest with you, I was even surprised that this content creator that I reached out to actually replied and was like, yeah, alright. Yeah, once he actually makes like a video about it, I will say who it is. For the time being, you're just gonna have to keep guessing. And probably, well, I mean, preferably, I'd like it if you didn't guess, but, you know, it's fine. What else do I have to... Bro, in my I like how we were just talking about Creekcraft then, and I get a fucking, like, I just get him in my fucking YouTube notifications. Okay, that's okay. But yeah, what else? What else do I have to talk about? Hold on, let me just check something. I'm just gonna be quiet a minute. I'm just gonna be a bit. Alright, let's have a look. Really quick. Okay, no, never mind. Anyway, bro, my bitrate is going low. My bitrate keeps dipping. I think that's my bitrate. Anyway, is that what my bitrate is? The thing that tells you what... Yeah, no, that looks like it could be bitrate. That probably explains why it keeps saying that my overcoding is... Like, that my encoding is overloaded. That probably explains a lot about that. Can't really do anything about it, unfortunately, but, you know. I would make the shift to just going back to streaming on my phone, but I don't want to do that because it makes my laptop makes my phone incredibly hot. And I don't like that. Bro, I just saw a video recommendation from someone that says stop making loops, start making samples. Bro's learned about the sample library community. learn music mastering in 10 minutes. Nah, you're alright, mate. You're alright, mate. But I'm just reading the fucking... If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm reading the YouTube recommended. Just because, yeah. I will say, though, right? I'm going to be completely honest when I say this. I'm not a fan of YouTube's current recommendations that I keep getting. Because it's all negative. Like, bro, I just wanna sit there in peace. I just wanna watch a video and I just wanna scroll on YouTube, right? Looking at, you know, just wanna scroll on YouTube with just normally, right? And yeah, YouTube just feeds me bloody, oh, this situation is bad or something. You know, those videos, fucking slop content. It's like, oh my god, please stop. I don't want slop content. Like, bro, I'm not even kidding, right? I kept getting countless amounts of videos around the whole YouTube AI age verification thing, which is why I made the post where I was like, bro, guys, if you want my opinion, I don't care. It's because YouTube keeps giving me those video recommendations, and it's like, right, yeah, I know that it's happening. Stop recommending it to me. I fucking get it. Like, why? Like, why? I don't know. I'm just not a fan of I'm just not a fan of like being recommended about the YouTube recommended. The YouTube recommended. It's not very good. I don't like it. I try and not engage with videos like that. I actually do. And I wouldn't mind, right? But there was people who even commented being like, hey, we should boycott YouTube. I'm gonna be real with you, right? People are probably gonna come at me with pitchforks for this, but boycotting won't fucking work. You know, you've had people saying, oh, let's boycott YouTube or whatever. It ain't gonna work. Realistically, it ain't gonna work. That's my view. Don't come at me with what, bitch? Don't come at me with pitchforks for that, because I think it's true. You ain't gonna boycott fucking YouTube. Be real, it ain't gonna happen. You'd be even lucky to create a tiny little fucking dent. Like, here's the thing, right? I watched some guy's video. I'm not gonna name names, but I watched someone's video of it, and then in the comments they were like, "Oh, we're gonna boycott YouTube on August 13th," and I literally replied to it saying, "Boycotts won't even do anything." And then you had this one smart. What did they say? Smart clique. Or some, I don't know if that's like the real term for that, but like, then you had this smart ass going, I've seen people say that they don't like that boycotts don't work, but they actually do. And it's like, well, no, they don't. Think about it, right? If there's people who are genuinely thinking about boycotting YouTube, actually to take a moment to think about that for a second, right? YouTube is a big company, right? YouTube has lots of people using it. How in the everlasting fuck are you gonna get, or if you're the person running this boycott, how in the everlasting fuck, right? And I mean this with respect, right? How in the everlasting fuck are you gonna get a bunch of users, all the entirety of YouTube, to stop using the platform for a day or like a week or whatever? It ain't gonna work. It realistically won't work. Because one, you have creators like myself and others, obviously. You have, you have the creators who make videos and whatnot, you know? And you have I don't know, you have people who sign up to the platform, right? New users that sign up to the platform. It ain't gonna work. How are you gonna traffic those people and say, hey, no, YouTube have an AI age verification system. Stop using YouTube for a week or whatever. We're gonna make it so then they backed out. You know, it ain't gonna work. It realistically won't work. That's my opinion, right? That is my opinion. I don't think it's gonna work. And it hasn't worked, clearly, because look where we are. Cratecraft does streams, right? And he still gets lots of viewers, right? Lots of video recommendations that I get. You know, the people who I watch still get a lot of viewers, right? It ain't gonna work. That's why I genuinely think that boycotting YouTube is fucking stupid. It is silly. It ain't gonna work. There's no point in even trying. You know, and it's like I mean, we've all heard. Surely at this point everybody's heard about what's going on with Roblox at the moment, right? You know, with them, like, to put it bluntly, basically they banned someone who was, let's say, no, just look up Roblox at the moment, and you'll see what happened. You'll see what's going on. I'm not a news reporter. I'm not going to tell you what's going on, but you know, even Roblox. You know, people are like, oh, we should boycott Roblox. I'm one of those people who genuinely think we should boycott Roblox. But I think realistically, even though we should do that, it ain't gonna work. It won't do anything. Boycotts never work. The only time it did work is when the only time it did like properly work is the whole Roblox the Hatch event. That's the only time where a boycott actually was successful. Other than that, I've never in my never in my amount of years of living have I seen a boycott actually happen. Like a boycott, apart from the Hatch event, I've never seen a boycott be successful. It's never happened. And if there is one boycott that was successful, feel free to correct me. You know, there may be a boycott that I probably missed, that I probably haven't kept tabs on, that probably did work. You know, I've never seen a boycott be successful. Because you're always going to get new people coming to it. You're always going to get new traffic coming towards it. It's like YouTube. You're going to always get new traffic coming to the platform. You know, and then you also have people like who make music, right? And also these companies who sell the like gear on YouTube, right? Making all these videos like, oh, here's how you can get the best out of this virtual instrument that we developed, you know, and it's like, you ain't gonna stop them. It ain't gonna work. YouTube's still gonna get money. That's why I say it will not work. Anyway, I'm done ranting about that. I just wanted to get that, like, straight. Like, I just do not like how the YouTube algorithm just keeps giving me shit like that, and it's like, yeah, bro, I get it. I'm not even kidding, right? I've actually started doing this whole thing just to, like, stop, like, not necessarily stop scrolling on YouTube, but, like, stop using it as often. Because I still watch videos, you know, you ain't gonna, nobody, right, even if you're some huge person, you ain't gonna stop me using YouTube. You ain't gonna stop me using it. It's not possible. I've been doing this thing where I just watch my DVD. That's all I do. DVDs, when you don't want to deal with the drama on YouTube, DVDs are the best way to combat that, because you can just stick it into your DVD player and watch it. You don't have to worry about the DVD somehow screaming in your face, guys, YouTube AI age verification is here and it's here to stay. That kind of thing, you know. I probably blow out your ears about that. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make a point. DVDs are DVDs. When you feel like the world is too much, just sit down, grab your favourite TV show if you have it on DVD, and watch it on a DVD player. You won't regret it. I'm just watching the stream back. I'm listening back to my rant. Oh my god. Alright, well anyway, look, we kind of got off topic really, didn't we? Because we were talking about what I were also doing. We kind of got a bit off topic though. In case you can't tell though, right, I'm gonna show off the slideshow again, right? Never mind. Showing off the slideshow might not be the best idea. That slideshow that you see at the beginning of this stream, that's essentially going to be what, like a new branding kind of thing for myself. I like the whole blood aesthetic. I think you'll agree. It's very fitting for me. Purple and blood mixes very well. So yeah, yeah, I like that. I like blood and purple. Anyway, so yeah, I do plan on getting. Hang on, my brain has gone poof. My brain's just gone poof. Right. What do I need to do? I was gonna do something, but I forgot what I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Very quickly, I'm just gonna look on my Discord, just see what's going on. Let's have a look. What's going on my Discord? Ping? What's this ping? That is, oh, it's that ping that I saw earlier. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, right. So, talking about the, what are we talking about? Talking about the, no, it's gone. Never mind. Okay. Well, anyway, also, right, I'm gonna also talk about why I decided to open a Bandcamp, right? Or Bandcamp, as I like to call it. Yeah, I call it Bandcamp. Insane, I know. I call it, so I've got a I unironically nearly said Bandcamp. Anyway, so the reason why I made a I'm calling it Bandcamp. The whole reason why I decided to make a Bandcamp is so then I can, whenever I make a new soundtrack or whatever, I can dump it onto Bandcamp and I can make it free, like completely free for people to listen to, but to also download, right? So we have a Bandcamp.